Right now I'm holding 26 Guinness World Records and all related to extreme cold. My records range from staying in the ice for 1 hour 53 minutes in direct contact with the ice, running fastest half marathon barefoot, climbing Kilimanjaro in record time in shorts, swimming underneath the ice for the longest distance. I created a method. The components are breathing, mindset, and cold exposure. Gradual, non-forced cold exposure. And that's to optimize the mind-body connection.
So you just saw a bit of what the Wim Hof method is. I've been really intrigued by this whole breathing mechanism. So I thought it'd be a really great idea to try and do this as a challenge for an entire month. And seeing and documenting what happens to my body and how I feel, and yeah, just see what happens. And this year, when I said that I wanted to really push myself on a spiritual and mental level as well as physical, it's finding things that gives me that clarity that I need to perform at my absolute best, whether that's physically or spiritually, if it's a day-to-day activity or if it's boxing, if it's conditioning, whatever it might be. It's kind of trying to find things that unlock the real potential within us. So when I did this breath work back in January, almost played a part in me not panicking as much as I did when I went diving with sharks. And I really honestly believe that. So yeah, this is day one. I've got 30 days or 31 days to complete this whole thing, and I'm gonna document it day by day. Yeah, we'll see what happens 30 days from today. All right, so I actually just go on YouTube and use it. Here, let me show you. The guided meditation, that's the one you use. Oh crap. It's the one that's got 2.6 million views. You can't miss it.
Breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. All right, breathe in and hold for 15 seconds. Exhale in 3, 2, 1. Let it go.
It's really weird. When you do it for the first time, it's like every part of your body is numb. And that practice, just then doing it now, the whole top half of my body just felt tingly. And there's a part where it says, let the breath and the blood just flow through your body. And it's weird when you zone in on that, it actually works. It's crazy. Like even the deep breaths that you take, your head gets really, really fuzzy and you get lightheaded. And when you have to hold your breath, it's calm, it's peaceful. It's not, you're not suffocating and gasping for air. You're actually just in the moment enjoying it, and you're completely blank. Like I was not thinking of anything just then. Like there was nothing going on in my head. Yeah, so that's day one. So that's day two. I feel really good, and I've got a really sore neck from yesterday. And breathing was a little bit harder, but it was good. I actually could hold my breath without struggling. It just gives you such clarity in the morning when you wake up, and it's just like, yeah. Day two. It's actually easier when you sit up and do it. When I was lying down and trying to do it, it was really, really hard. I felt like I don't know, I would either fall asleep again or, yeah, it's more powerful when you wake up because you actually feel awake when you have to get out of bed and sit down in a chair and then practice this breathing. But that was a good one. Day three, did all right. Day four. Yeah, today I woke up really tired, and it was a bit harder today to focus on just breathing and clearing my mind, but can't always have a good day, which is fine. Yeah, but so far so good. So it's day 5 of the Wim Hof breathing challenge, and I actually didn't do the breathing this morning. So I decided before I go to bed I was going to do it. I did, and it was the best one ever. Like, oh my God, I'd been practicing this back in January, but my body just went numb and my fingers were cold, my ears were ringing every time I had to hold my breath, and the time just went really quickly. And on the last round of breaths, when I was holding it, it literally felt like I was floating on water. And yeah, I actually still feel a bit lightheaded now. But, oh, wow, that was a really good one. Usually I do it sitting up. This time I laid down, and I think because I did it at night and I'm still kind of awake, it was a bit easier. Whereas the last couple in the mornings have been really hard because I just haven't been focused. I haven't been able to like really get breathing, and my breathing this time was different. It was a lot like hyperventilation almost. Yeah, day 5, that was a good one. Day 8. I am finding when I'm lying down now a lot easier, which is weird, but it's only when I'm lying down and it's nighttime that I get the most out of the breaths. In the mornings I still feel like I'm tired, I'm not really focused enough, so my breaths aren't as deep. So yeah, but 8 days in and I feel really, really good. Doing these practices at night is really, it's better for me, and it's helping me get to sleep better. If I don't do it at night, I'm finding I actually tend to struggle a lot more to get to sleep. Anyway, that was day 8. So I started running. I'm not a runner. I don't like running. I'm not a fan of running, but doing this method whilst doing a running program, it's been a game changer. Day 15. It's day 16. I just wanted to talk and kind of catch up where I'm at with this whole breathing method. And there's 2 things that I've really noticed and I really want to point out. So far in the 2 weeks that I've been doing it, I've felt amazing. There's clarity in my head. This is just things that I'm observing within myself by doing this. I feel like I can really control and contain my stress, and with everything that's currently going on with coronavirus. And I'm not just saying this, like I really honestly have no reason to be telling you any of this. This is obviously not a sponsored post. So one thing is, it's really decreased stress. I don't feel as stressed out and rushed and panicked as I sometimes can feel. The other thing is I started running again, and I think when you're running, there is this sense of presence. You need to be present because you're running for such a long period of time that you're in your own head for a really long time. I've been doing that now for the last week, and with the breathing, it's honestly become enjoyable. It's become enjoyable. What is wrong with me? It's become enjoyable, and I never thought I would say that, but I don't struggle as much as I used to. It's improved. I've actually got this newfound enjoyment for running, and with yoga, I feel like I'm present a lot more. I know I was meant to be doing this challenge every single day, but I actually do want to mention that I wanted to see what would happen if I stopped this breathing method and kind of see how I felt if I wasn't doing it on a daily basis. So that's what I did. I stopped. I actually didn't do it for the last 2 days. I struggled. I really struggled. But my head just feels really congested, and I can't think straight, I can't focus, I can't sleep, I just feel uneasy. There's this sense of just uneasiness. And you know, when you read books and you hear about meditations and you listen to all those podcasts where they say, just come back to your breath. It's true. And it's really dawned on me just how important it is when I stopped it, when I stopped focusing on my breath and kind of let the world get on top of me. There's this sense of just unease, and I did it tonight. I went back to doing the 10-minute session, and I just feel clear. It's like this pressure in my head is gone. It's really insane to be doing this whole challenge and experiencing these things. And yeah. All right, so we're at day 20 now of this challenge, and I feel good. I feel really, really good. Given everything that's happening at the moment with coronavirus, and it's just absolute mayhem and madness. And I think what I'm finding more than anything is the only times I feel unsettled and uneasy is when I don't actually practice breathing correctly. And that's a massive thing for me, because old me used to let things that, well, even the littlest and simplest of things really get to me, whether it was through anger or sadness. But now I'm finding I can manage those reactions to certain situations a lot better. And this breathing technique that I've been doing for the last few weeks, it's really helped me center and focus, and the reactions I'm giving to certain situations are conscious reactions, and it's just a very uneasy, unsettling time. And I think through breath work and just taking a minute to settle in and give yourself that bit of clarity, it's really helpful, because in moments of panic and uncertainty and fear, you know, we kind of go into autopilot mode where we're not really conscious of the things that we're doing and the things that we're saying and how we're acting, i.e. toilet paper being sold out in every freaking supermarket. What is that about? That whole mental focus of being present and being still and being there in the moment. That's literally why I did this challenge. I'm almost, 3 weeks into this challenge now. I can cope with stress a lot better. Anxiety, I don't really suffer from anxiety. My sleeping's been really good. I can really switch off and go to sleep, which is amazing. So yeah, day 20, done. Oh my God. So it's day 25. I'm nearly done with this challenge.
In.
Alright, so we're at day 30 of the Wim Hofman challenge, and to be honest with you, it's been really eye-opening, and I think there's actually been a lot more that I've learned about myself in the last month, given the current situation with coronavirus and everything that's going on, as well as all these practices that I'm doing through yoga and through the running program that I've been doing. It's been really good to just focus on, when times get tough, always bring it back to breathing and your breath. And you know how they always say, and just take a deep breath. I think we don't actually understand what that even means. It literally means take a deep breath. But in the hustle and the bustle of the lives that we live, we often find that we don't have time to breathe. Everything is kind of just go. And now when we're forced to just stop and slow down, we don't know what to do with ourselves. And so having done this challenge for the last month, there's a sense of inner peace and calmness that I feel despite everything that's going on. I do owe to kind of the practice of breathing. And you know, I'm not saying it's going to go and change somebody's life completely in 30 days, but just practicing and understanding that the situation that's at hand at the moment, if it's out of your control, you need to be able to control your reactions to those situations. Being able to understand that in a situation like this and the circumstances that the world is currently living through, it's been really good to be able to just have clarity in my mind. And I think I've said it a couple of times in past videos that I've recorded. After having done the breath work, it's almost like it always just comes back to a sense of self. And the only way you can come back to a sense of self is if you are present and in the moment. And if you're in the moment, you need to remember how to breathe. Not only doing this challenge, but, and you know, it's not going to remain a challenge. Like, I started doing this back in January. It was inconsistent back when I first started, and now I've kind of got this consistency going that I'm going to continue it every single day, because the days that I stopped doing it and I wasn't doing it, I just felt uneasy. Like there was this pressure and anxiety that I was feeling that I didn't actually understand why I was feeling it. And then giving myself the chance to just stop for a second and practice that breath work, it just clears the mind a bit. And I think now more than ever, with so much going on and so much uncertainty, all we're really looking for is a bit of clarity and those moments where it feels like we're not suffocating or drowning. If there was ever a time to try something like this, I would say it's now. It's really honestly now. If you've been thinking about trying it and testing Wim Hof's methods, I don't see what you have to lose right now. Through and through, I would say I feel better for it every single day that I did practice this kind of breathing. But yeah, it's been a really, really good challenge, and I'm really glad that I did it given the times and the crazy uncertainty that we're in at the moment. So yeah, pretty happy.